Well, guess what, guys? If you are a big collector of singles, even stuff as like even modern stuff like Sword and Shield alt arts, and going back from then, you might be cooked. You might be out of luck because that new Wall Street article posted up there talked about the percentage gains from Pokemon cards outright beat S&P, hedge fund, all meta, and all that good stuff. You know what that means? High yield investors are about to jump into our collecting hobby. It might not just be Pokemon. It might affect Magic. It might affect One Piece. You don't know, but you're seeing it now that it's starting to affect Pokemon cards. I'm gonna show you what I've collected so far, how much I'm screwed trying to finish this without, breaking my wallet open. But man, first it was scalpers. Now this. All right, guys. So let me show you what I have worked on or been trying to work on for, I would say, the good part of like 2 years, if not more. And I'm pretty much screwed currently with the way market's going over here. All right, so I can move it over here. There we go, you can hear me better. So this is what we're working on. You guys seen the videos before of me buying these, cracking them open and putting the cards here. But if you see, I've made some heavy progress on this stuff. Let me slide this over here so you can see I'm working on triples of all the alt arts, double Tyranitar, missing Tyranitar, triple Urshifu VMAX, double Urshifu VMAX, Rapid Strike, missing one here. These are the smaller stuff, so they're not much of a pain. I completely forgot what this one is. There's Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, Blissey, Slowking. It's not Galarian Rapidash. I can't remember what that is. There's Tornadus, Blaziken, Calyrider, VMAX, Ice Rider, Shadow Rider, Leafeon. Don't know what this one is. I'm hoping it's not. Let me see. I have Espeon, Golurk, Sylveon, and look, I'm missing all these. Okay, I think I'm missing the Glaceon set, the little ones. So I think I'm missing the little Glaceons somewhere here. I'm missing one more Umbra. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Missing a Dragonite, and this is gonna come up soon. When I show you, it's bad. Okay, it's bad. What that Wall Street article, what those news articles showed up here, it is horrible. And I'm telling you guys that you think it's bad with scalpers and just getting product. Wait until the single market it gets completely screwed over. All right, us as collectors are done. Okay, I feel that way for a lot of the stuff, but you'll see here. I've been working on this for a long time. You can see all 3 VMAX evolutions here. I'm missing an Umbreon right here, but that's because I sent this one in and it got the PSA 10. So I missed out. I'm kind of, I don't have a third one here, but I have an Umbreon VMAX for my PSA 10 collection. So 3 Rayquazas, 2 Duraludon VMAX, missing one here, missing a Mew, missing a Sandaconda, but this is like a $5 card. Missing Genesect, missing Greedence, missing 1 Espeon VMAX, just one. Got my 3 Gengars. Thank the lords for that. I bit the bullet and I bought them. I bought PSA 9s, cracked them, made sure there's no whites on them. There isn't. They're just off-center, but I would rather deal with a little bit off-center than any white edge corner bullcrap. That's just how I am. All right. Let's see. Charizard's missing 1. Luminions, Honchkrows, Arceus. Forgot these. I think these are Pokemon Go slots I left open. Beedrill, Lilligant, Palkias, there's Machamp. Missing 2 of those. I have no idea what the prices are on those. Sneasler, Dialga's missing those. There's Rotoms, Aerodactyls. I'm surprised I got 3 Aerodactyls. I thought I was missing them. I got Berserkers. Again, not that expensive of a card. Giratina V. I'm not sure what these are right there. And then okay, so maybe these are the Pokemon Go's, and if that's the case, I would have to double check to see what the gap is here. So I might have left a gap here by accident. But then we look over here. 2 unknowns, 2 Reggie Dragos, Skuntanks, and they're not that hard to get, right? Lugia Vs. I'm happy with those. Some of these, honestly, if you look at them right here, right? I could honestly say all 3. No, this one, this one right here, and maybe this one right here would have a really good fighting chance at a PSA 10. This one is too top heavy to even want to send it in. And that's about it. See, this is my project that has been going on for a couple years now. I don't just sit out there and blast the freaking, sorry, watch the language, blast the freaking wallet and just, you know, get all these cards right then and there. I have to pace myself, and a lot of the funds I use for this are from holding boxes and stuff like that. Like every new set that comes out, I buy a bunch of boxes that sit on them. Do I sell them later for profit? Yeah, but that profit isn't to like, I'm not, it's, yeah, people call me a scalper all the time. No, that's not what I will sit on the box until it gets enough value, sell that box, I make the money back that I spent, take that extra value, I put it into finishing this binder, and this is an expensive project. And then I use it for buying PSA 10s because I have a goal in mind. All right, now I showed you this, and now I'm gonna show you why we're all screwed. Okay, so let's get to that. All right, so you can see it right off the bat. The first card we're looking at is Umbreon VMAX, and when was that article popped out? Late September. Right here, late September. 9 around there. Look. This is the time when the Wall Street put the article, and look, boom, took off like a bat out of hell. All right. Now that's even more unreachable for me because I have been heavily spending on tag team all arts that have gone down a little bit, but I'm not worried because they're for personal collection. And the way the sets are going, they're gonna release tag teams again because they're touching megas and everything else. And when they go back to tag teams, these tag teams, the older tag teams, are gonna, I promise you, will hit the moon. But we're gonna wait until the sets, creep up to going back to hitting reprinting tag teams. Who knows a tag team VMAX, VEX, Ultra, Ultimate, Super Giga, something they're gonna have. I don't know. But look, Umbreon VMAX, skyrocket, hitting the moon. Same exact time that post came up. Let's take a look at this one. Dragonite. Oh, would you look at this? Around the same time the article came out. Explodes. Another card I need. Let's look at this one. Leafeon. This one took a hit. It was taking a hit, but as you can see, as soon as we get over here to the article time, it takes right back off again. And I have these, so I'm not worried about that. Umbreon. It was already climbing here, and it was steadying, but when you got here, you can see it. You can't really see it. It's not, but it jumped. There's like a little jump right here. It's just specifically for this date. It's not like $1. It goes up a little more. I just can't. I think it's like $10 or $15 within a matter of one day. You look over here, Sylveon. It's been climbing. And it did climb around this time. Not so much. Like some of these cards didn't get hit that much. Look at Rayquaza. It spiked up here around the same time at the beginning of September. Gengar VMAX. It rode the freaking train to high price. Look at that. It's just sharp spike, straight up. Mew VMAX, surprisingly, did the same exact thing. Spiked straight up. Mew V. Spiked straight up. Charizard V. It was on a climb, a mountain climb, right? Then it goes over here. It's like, here's the mountain. Here's the flagpole. Because within that matter right here, around the September 9th area, it literally went from $250 to almost $20 jump in a matter of one day. And before that, it would take, let's say, 19. It would take, it took what, a couple weeks to jump up 20 bucks. And then let's look at this one, Lugia. Again, a casualty of the article. So this is the stuff we're gonna have to worry about and stuff we're gonna have to deal with for the foreseeable future. This is only a few days after they posted this article. Do you guys, I don't think you guys really understand. I mean, maybe you guys do, but for people who aren't looking at these Wall Street stuff and these news articles about Pokemon, and you just kind of sit in, you know, your own bubble, collect the way you collect, buy the way you buy, don't care about the outside world. I'm gonna lay it to you down like this. These big ticket cards are being bought up. The prices are skyrocketing, and they will be snatched up. These big investors, scalpers were a problem before. They're scalping all the products off the shelves. Now big investors are going to swoop in and pick up all the chase cards, all the cards you want. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to sit on it. And they're going to sit on it for who knows how long. And then they're going to eventually let them loose into the world when they have control of the price that they want. They might say they buy 50 of Lugia right now, which is why the price is skyrocketing. Say they bought 50, 100 right now. Doesn't mean anything to them. They're big investors, right? They're in for the long run, like a lot of us seal collectors are. They're in it for the long run, and they don't care. They will sit on it, and if they see stuff they'll calculate that. Maybe they'll say, I expect this to hit $1,000 in the coming couple years. I expect it to hit $1,500 in several years down. It doesn't mean anything to them to keep on buying them out at 300, 350, 400, 450, 500 as it goes up, and these high investors just scooping them up because they're waiting to just dump it all out when it gets to the price of $1,000, $1,200. You're not gonna see a lot of these cards. They're gonna get snatched up so much that price is gonna keep on increasing, and then they're gonna flood the market with it to get rid of them. And yeah, I mean, I'm frustrated. You can see I'm frustrated. I'm just like, you know, I wanted to finish my binder. Thank God I got I picked up all the PSA 10s I needed, and the only ones I need left are kind of like the low end ones. But this is some crazy stuff we're gonna be going through now. Now we dealt with scalpers. Now we're gonna deal with high investors. I mean, I don't know. This hobby's cooked. This hobby's gonna go through so many problems right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I would love to get your input on what you guys think of the Wall Street posting that 3,000% increase. Guy bought a wedding ring and all that stuff. And how is it going to affect you as a collector or as a small sealed collector, investor, whatever you want to call yourself? If you're a scalper, just go away. But let me know what you think down below. This is JustByrdnest, and I'm out, and we are in for a wild ride. We're screwed. Yay! Game 5.